and I know you're hearing this, but it's complicated to explain. But we are now live. So hello everyone, and welcome to the Geek Battle show here on the Extreme Improv Xstreamed, the Geek Battle and the Geek Battle Gaming YouTube channels. Oh, the birdie one. Don't know what channel that's for, but I like it. But audience, we're going to discuss all kinds of things that are happening within the world of geekiness and like TV, video games, comic books, movies, whatever you've got on your mind. We'll find out as soon as we have gone through at least some of the intro.
Welcome to the Geek Battle Zone. We discuss comics and puny minds are blown. We debate Marvel versus DC, Skeletor, X-Men, and Ron Weasley. Judge David slams down the gavel. The cap dreams of Henry Cavill. It's a Geek Battle stream. Nerd rage as we assemble our Geek Avengers team. Welcome to the Geek Battle party. We are the Justice League and our Batman is Marty. Say Hitler's a Tim as movies are greenlit. Every movie that's already seen it. Xbox, Star Wars, and Star Riders. Email Star Trek, and David loves spiders. We battle as Morrow, and Disney loves Blink. And we try to crown the Geek of the Week. It's the Geek Battle show.
And that's enough of that. Do you know what? It would have been enough of it about 20 seconds earlier, but I forgot how to switch the damn thing off. But anyway, so we are live. Now, it's going to be a slightly shorter show tonight just because I'm having to cram so much geekiness into the world. But let's say a quick hello to everyone, starting with... Oh, shit, it's Nick.
Hello.
There you go. So, Capelthev, say hello to the people.
Hail.
Good. Dave, say hello to the people.
Bonsoir.
Nice. Tim, say hello to the people.
Bond Sour.
I like it. Fantastic. So, guys, I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff for us to talk about, but what is on your minds? Let's turn it over to you guys first. What have you seen? What's the news that has got your geeky loins inflamed today?
The new King of the Hill is terrible. I was so disappointed with it.
Oh. Go on.
So I love King of the Hill. I'm not gonna lie, and I was really excited for a reboot or a continuation of the story. And they should have made it more about Bobby. And you guys clearly don't give two rat's asses about it.
I do. I care. Like, we were speaking about this recently. I'm not a King of the Hill guy. I never was. And I was hoping I'd get into it from this, but now you're telling me not to bother.
So it's fun. It's a fun watch, and it's one of those shows that I wanted them to do it for a long time, and I wanted to see how they were going to pull it off. But then it didn't have like the same heart and soul behind like the original King of the Hill.
Yeah.
It's all about the awkwardness of Hank, you know.
Now you know how we Scooby-Doo fans feel about Velma, Nick.
Yeah, but Velma is awesome.
No, it's not!
Okay, cool. Right.
I like Velma. I am allowed to have a different opinion.
Okay, that's fine. Yes, we all absolutely are. But let me just quickly ask you this, everyone, if we have an idea bouncing off this. What is a show that they have revived after it being away for a long time? And then that's actually been really good?
Yes. I've got one.
It's Doctor Who, isn't it, Dave?
It's not. No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay.
It's what I watched today. So I was watching on Amazon Prime, and no, this was probably a couple of years ago. It was filmed. Does anyone know or remember the show, the series called Takeshi's Castle? Has anyone ever seen that?
But that's a game show, right?
Yeah, but it's still fun. It's a show that's been revived, and it's fun.
Okay,
it's 34 years since the last one was filmed, and it's come back.
34 years.
34 years. Since the last one.
That's insane.
And it is so good.
Well, okay, well, look, Dave, like, I absolutely take your point on that, but I guess I was thinking more like, because, like, you get new contestants, like Gladiators came back. Like how you had American Gladiators. Gladiators came back in the UK for the second time, and that is pretty awesome. But again, the concept would forever work. But I mean, something like how King of the Hill came back. Cap, what have you got?
X-Men 97.
Boo!
I only
yes,
saw the first episode of it, but it seemed decent.
So I thought
Yeah, the only minor critics I have most of the time, animation is probably Magneto looks really weird for me. But other than that, I thought
No. We know the real reason why you don't like the animation, Cap, is because Rogue's ass has shrunk.
You know me too well.
I know you too well, mate. Which is a disturbing and disgusting thought.
Okay. Any other bids on this, Tim? Did anything pop to mind?
Well, I mean, kind of Serenity and Family Guy.
Did
But
Serenity
Fox has
that came back as a movie, didn't it?
Came back as a movie.
Oh, Firefly came back as Serenity.
Yeah, just as a movie, but
Yeah.
Family Guy was canceled, and then they brought it back. And
Yeah,
I think
true.
Futurama was also
Yes.
canceled.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
That's
Futurama was
now,
great.
isn't it?
like I rewatched all of Futurama when it first came out. Way better than King of the Hill, I must say.
Yeah. No, Futurama. That's a really
King
good
of the Hill.
call.
In that same account, the Justice League Ultimate series, after finishing up in 2007, it did have one movie in 2017, I want to say, which was also pretty good.
Yeah.
They did cram in Mr. Terrific in there as well, for some reason, even though he was not a big part of the old show. John and
They
Green
brought
Lantern
Tom
were.
Brady.
Sorry?
They brought Tom Brady into that show.
Tom Brady?
It's an American football joke.
Yeah. Okay. The only
You know what's an
you go on, Tim.
you know what's an interesting idea is might not be TV, but the Timothy Zahn fiction series from Star Wars, like Heir to the Empire.
Oh my God! Yes.
They actually brought Star Wars back after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Heir to the Empire is a great story.
Yeah, yeah.
I do love those.
In
books.
that sense, they also brought back the Clone Wars, right? Like, it was canceled, and then Disney Plus with the final season, right? When we finally saw Order 66.
They had two versions of the Clone Wars. One was like an animated shorts, like 5 minutes long, were very low in dialogue. This was like, I think, close to the trilogy. And then they, I think they said that that's not a part of the lore anymore. And then they did like 3D animation that they do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would argue though that because they kind of put in the 5-minute ones. They showed why Grievous is coughing all the time, like because Mace Windu crushed his ribs. And then the other animated series, they showed him still coughing. So if that's still not canon, does that still mean that Mace Windu still choked his ribs?
Yeah, that's probably not. Well, you know how Disney likes to retcon certain things.
Yes.
It's not good for us.
Yes.
Okay, let me give you a quick thought
One
on
for that
my...
one thing.
Go on,
We
Nick.
replaced Cap with a way better looking version of Cap.
Well, there you go.
I don't know. I like his original. He's got a better haircut than the original.
Yeah. So, what I was going to quickly say, a slight observation there. Other than Serenity, which bounced off of Firefly, but that I don't think that was only like maybe 2 or 3 years later or something. All of the ones we said were like animated. Now, obviously the big one we can say, Doctor Who came back after like 15 years off TV. X-Files comes to mind. They brought that back for like 2 seasons, and I'm trying to think. They've done like a few, maybe 5 years ago, or maybe even slightly more than that.
The Hobbit?
No, that's a film,
No,
isn't it? It's not a TV show.
No.
And it's like
They
it's based on a different book.
They brought Gandalf and Legolas back.
No.
It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. But what I mean is like, but it was a big thing a few years ago for like event series. So I know that they did like an event series of 24, an event series of Prison Break, and stuff like this, where it was, and like they did like I never watched this one, but they did like a one-off series of like Heroes and stuff like this, where they brought back shows that were like big in the early noughties, and then it wasn't that we're just relaunching them again. It was like we're bringing this back for 6 episodes kind of thing.
Rocky came back as Creed.
What's wrong with? I keep saying a TV show, Cap. A TV show.
Sci-fi's the
I've got
Expanse.
another movie.
Cap, let me explain something to you, mate. A TV series, Cap, is something between 30 and 40 minutes, maybe an hour. Okay, a film has like a 2 hour to 3 hour runtime and no breaks in between and no adverts.
Fair enough, though, Cap. You do bring up a good point. I think we've had this conversation before where we said about like what films have got sequels after a very long time, and I think that one of the longest in between that we came up with was Tron. Suddenly got Tron Legacy, like 30 years later, and Top Gun.
27 years later, was it?
What was that? What was that?
27 years later?
That's insane. 27 years later for a sequel.
Wow.
It does
When's the
feel
third one
okay.
coming
So
out?
like, Dev has been speaking about Happy Gilmore getting Happy Gilmore 2 on Netflix.
So I gotta say one thing. I love Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
And I refuse to watch Happy Gilmore 2.
Just because of the King of the Hill thing, you're like, no more bringing back things I love.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Wait until you watch Tiny Toons reboot.
Tiny.
I would like a good Pinky and the Brain reboot.
Okay, I'm sure I've said this before, but do you guys remember the series that didn't last long, Pinky, Elmira, and the Brain?
Yes.
That was awesome. They did a spin-off, which was Elmira from Tiny Toons, or from Animaniacs, or wherever she was on. She was on a different
Tiny Toons.
Tiny
Toons.
Toons.
From Tiny Toons.
And then it's Pinky and the Brain from Animaniacs.
Yeah.
Also from So, but Tiny Toons, Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain,
all the same
Hysteria.
thing.
I'm missing one more. We're all in the same world. We're all in the Warner Brothers Spielberg verse.
Yeah.
They were all. Which one am I missing, Cap?
I think that's it. That's the two of them.
Yeah, I think it's just
Freakazoid.
That's the one.
Freakazoid. That wasn't Pinky and the Brain, or that wasn't like Animaniacs, was it?
Yeah, well,
I think it is involved with the Animaniacs production.
But like, what is Freakazoid? Isn't that just like one character?
Yeah.
Whereas like Animaniacs, there was like loads of different characters, and you'd see them each week a different one. And then on Tiny Toons, you'd see like sometimes it'd be based around Buster Bunny, and then another week it'd be, what was the duck called?
Plankton.
Oh wow, no idea. But anyway, yeah.
I know it. How can I know? How can I not know it? Plucky duck.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
All right. Another thing that I watched last week, but I wasn't at the show last week, so I'm going to talk about it today. There's a show in Latin America called Chespirito. There's a very good documentary about it called Sin Queriendo, which is wantingly unwanted, whatever it's called. It's on Netflix. It's fantastic.
Okay, cool. I'll just give the heads up, because I've done this before. As soon as someone speaks a language that isn't English, my brain literally cannot take in the words you said, so I would have no chance of looking this up unless you put it in the chat for me to find. Right. Oh my god, but also, was it last week or the week before? We watched the Tamil version of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
I got a copyright strike over that.
You're joking.
Yeah, and like I put the shield up, we didn't play the music, and I still got like, and I had to remove it from the episode. I had to like bring it down, and I have to re-upload it without it.
I think it's official companies. I think put Tamil movies on YouTube's now. Maybe that's why they're much more stricter. I really don't know.
Actually, no. Hang on. I tell a lie. There was an issue over it. But it was like, this video is blocked in India, and I was like, oh, okay, right. So
okay. So it's country blocked.
Yeah, country blocked.
Maybe they want exclusive rights to their channels. They only want to be able to see in it. Yeah.
I just posted the name of the documentary on the
private chat. Okay, thank you. Right, okay, guys, what else have we seen? What else is on our minds?
I've been watching the Great British Baking Show.
The Great British Bake Off.
Yay!
That's been a lot of fun. Yeah,
my
fiance and I have been enjoying it. Paul Hollywood, what a crusty fellow. What a crusty fellow.
Yeah, my best friend has been trying to get me to watch that show for about a year, and I broke down and she's like, "Look, I'll host a Zoom chat, and we'll watch the show together.
Listen, Nick.
Okay.
Anytime Paul says something about that dessert, I'm like, just give it to me. Stop judging it and send it into my to-go container, my stomach. I want some dessert, please.
Welcome to Geek Battle.
They sort of dissect it, don't they? They don't say, the texture is good, and they just go like, I'll take this massive fork, take like the tiniest bit, and those garden pitchforks. It's like they're eating with one of those and taking just a little top off the top. Yeah.
It seems there's a bottom to this dessert. I was hoping there wasn't. The bottom's too bottom.
What?
Soggy
Sorry,
bottoms. Soggy bottoms.
Soggy bottom.
So that was
funny.
the era of Mary Berry, wasn't it?
Yes.
That whole
she
controversy. Because in the UK it was on BBC, and then I think Channel 4 in the UK got snatched the rights, and Paul Hollywood went with the show, but all of the other people involved in the show were kind of either ditched or they left in protest or something like this.
Oh really?
And the show obviously survived and it's thrived. But there are two distinct eras. You wouldn't think so with such a quaint, happy British feel show. But there was there's this massive drama that severed it into two paths.
It's funny. I hear that sort of, I guess, the separating of things or the drama that occurs, and it's whatever. I'll do my own version.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because I see that in volunteering in different places. Some organizations have the same thing. There's a city right down the street from me that's right on the water. They've got 4 separate historical preservation organizations, and you don't need that for a town of 70,000 people at most. But anyways, Great British Baking Show, love it. Still watching it, and I can't wait to see the change because we're only on season 4.
Yeah. 1 second. Dev!
It's Dev!
Hello, Dev. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Hi, I'm Dev, and my random geek fact is the stream title says Extreme Improv 627 instead of Geek Battle.
Wait, it says what? Where does it say this?
Extreme Improv 627.
God damn it. Right, okay, so it's correct on some of the shows. I'll just have to fix it onto... that'll just be on the Extreme Improv channel. That doesn't matter. But thank you for the heads up on that. I don't know why. I don't know why.
And for our next game,
welcome to Geek Improv Show, where extreme battles happen.
StreamYard, David. StreamYard. You forgot the name.
No, StreamYard. No, this will be correct. StreamYard puts it onto the Geek Battle channel, and it will be correct there. It'll just. Wait a minute. Look, it says right there, Geek Battle. Dev, you're
on Facebook.
Oh, on Facebook. Oh, who cares about Facebook? Right. Anyway, so.
Zuckerberg is now drinking water as he looks at David.
Yeah, all these billionaire tech companies just screwing me over. But and it's personal.
Elon Musk stole his logo. Mark Zuckerberg is screwing his name.
Yeah. Anyway.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah. Okay. So, guys, I haven't seen anything. It's been a really hectic week for me. The main things I've got to contribute to the show is now, as I like to sit here, I now have a wand. So that's new. So this is I think it's a fake Harry Potter wand, but it's a wand. Okay. Yeah. You show me what you've got, Dave. You show me what you've got. Right. What have you got? Get your wand out, guys. Get your wands out. Cap has a comb. Oh, Tim, you think you've won. That is pretty awesome. You're pretty awesome.
You know what, Tim?
I got it
I
for
wasn't
5%
going to do
the
this
price.
to an American, but you forced my hand.
Hang on. What? I can't believe this has come up like this. We all go to get our toys.
Cat.
Dave,
Cat
you
brought
better
out the
come back with
muscles.
something epic. If you're coming back with your full-size Dalek, then this
that's in the garage, unfortunately.
Okay, what have you got?
So I got my lightsaber.
Yeah.
With all that shit, and I've got my wand.
I can't
With
see
a
your
philosopher.
wand.
Dude,
I've got my wand
Your
with a
wand is
philosopher's
so small, dude. I can't see it. Right.
Oh,
That's what she said.
But hang
Dick.
on.
What else?
I have the master's laser screwdriver.
You've got the screwdriver. I've got the beard.
Yeah, but
Not happening.
but this is
But
the
the-
John Sim. This is the John Sim one. He was beardless for most of his run.
Yeah, but still, master, beard, the two go hand in glove.
Well, not actually. When you think about it,
Well, yes,
Most of the
actually.
masters
Well,
didn't
yes,
have-
actually.
most
only
of the masters didn't have beards.
Yes, but the only master that doesn't have a beard is Missy.
Missy, yeah, John Sim didn't for most
Did-
of his run, nor
did
did
the movie one had
Derek
it?
Jacobi, and nor did it when it looked like some weird thing made out of a plastic bag. I don't know. Right.
I'm gonna put out
Having
one
so much
thing.
fun right now.
Yeah.
I want to put out one thing. Like a good American, Tim has 2 guns, right?
Hang on,
Come
hang
on.
on. I'll see your 2 guns.
I'm
And
a,
I'll
This is
raise
why-
you. Let's see what else I can muster. Where's
I
my
need to
other
turn
gun?
my thing off for this.
Oh, okay.
hold on.
What
Let
is
me
this
show you
shaped
something else.
I said we didn't have. Look, I've got. Okay, I can only find 1 gun, but I also have a wrench.
I have a spoon.
A spoon. Oh, I see you've played Knifey Spoony before. Right. Okay,
I
good.
have my cat.
What has
So,
this show
I've
become
beaten
today?
all of you.
I have my cat nap.
Guys. I've beaten all of you,
Okay, go on then.
but I can't bring it up. But I'll post it in the Geek Battle Facebook right now.
The geek. But what have you got? Is it
You'll
just
see.
like a human head? Is it Gwyneth Paltrow's head from Seven?
I
I
That's
love it.
actually how she lives her life.
Okay, what have you got? What is that?
A portal gun.
Ah, okay. I've barely played Portal, but yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Well, I'm just going to say here that it's taken me a long time to get a laser screwdriver, so I was pretty happy with that. It even
That's
comes
pretty good.
with a toclophane, so there. Right. Now, so now that we've got that out our system. Oh, hang on, Tim. Bring that back. Can you do the thing that makes it like, have you seen how you can use that to make it like a xenomorph? Does it have like a button so you can make the bit shoot forward?
It does not.
I'll
have
bring it forward into the frame. Bring it into the frame. It kind of, look, it's got the xenomorph thing. I had one years ago where you'd press a button and a bit would shoot forward like it was like the interior mouth. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's pretty cool.
So,
all I have to, hey Tim, all I have to say to that is, have you seen my stapler?
That's
I had a
also.
red swing line
Yeah.
stapler. Have
Yep,
you
that's
seen it?
what.
I
Yeah,
brought it
Nick,
from
you
home.
got that. You got that, buddy. You know where it was from. I can
so
poison.
Dev,
I can put strychnine in the coffee.
what have you got for us, Dev?
In the tradition of 90s reboots or rehashes, I saw Naked Gun.
Oh, I wanted to see that. Was it good?
How is it?
It's really okay. So it's weird. It's a movie with just references, and it's like a one long good Family Guy episode. It's references, cutaway jokes, like it's whole shebang.
What? So
references
it's like
the
Family
entire-
Guy.
Well, I feel like it's Family Guy because it's like non-stop jokes on jokes and jokes and
No.
jokes.
Oh wow.
I'm not a big, I like everything you said until you said ultraviolent, and I'm like, I'm not a fan of ultraviolent stuff.
Not so much violence. He had a shootout with no bullets, which is really fun.
Yeah, Naked Gun cannot be an ultra-violent movie, surely.
It's not ultraviolent, no.
It has to be
Oh.
ultra funny violent. It could be that.
Hold on,
It's
Dev,
ultra random.
Mr. Q. Yes, it can be, Dave, and don't call Dev Shirley.
Aha. Okay. Yeah,
I mean,
no, I
and-
want to see that. Hopefully, I'll get to see it. If not this week, then next. If it's still playing, because yeah, I don't know if it'll play for long. But I did hear that Naked Gun is like the most successful comedy film at the
Comedy.
cinema in
Yes,
like
it
the
is.
in the last 10 or 15 or 20
Yes, it
years.
is, and it's really well rated.
Yeah, stuff like this. So
That's pretty cool.
and like it just
Speaking of,
comedy. Well, hang on, Cap. I was just gonna say it's so weird how there aren't really comedies anymore. Like if you go back in time historically, but especially if you go back to the 90s and the noughties, there'd be every month there'd be like a new Jack Black movie or Ben Stiller movie or Eddie Murphy movie, and then there's just like you don't get comedies anymore.
Oh.
Wait, so and now in the year 2025, we have a Ben Stiller movie coming out, Poker-in-Law. It's a Meet the Poker sequel.
Yeah, Poker-in-Law.
We got a Happy Gilmore 2, Naked Gun, and Jack Black in Minecraft.
Minecraft isn't that. See, this is what I mean.
Yeah.
Minecraft and the Avengers, they'll be like, well, they're comedies. It's like they're not comedies. They're like they're action franchise.
Do you know who I blame for that one?
Sorry?
Do you know who I blame for that? I blame James Gunn.
James Gunn.
He made it like basically mandatory to have some comedy in every action movie as a form of levity.
I made this.
Yeah, go on, David.
Sorry, David. I was going to say, I made this point a couple of weeks ago. It's James Gunn found a formula and he stuck with it, and now everyone seems to be doing the same thing. And the formula is that moment of drama mixed with comedy, then an action scene, shove more comedy into the action scene, then another dramatic moment, comedy, finale.
Yeah. So what
I think it's more than.
No, go on, Cap. Go on, Cap.
So more than James Gunn, I think it's literally Marvel. They started doing that even before James Gunn coming in. They just started doing underhanding everything with the joke, like the Captain America saying, "Hey, I got that reference," when in the middle of doing that language.
Okay, well,
this kind of thing.
See that what that comes from then is that's Joss Whedon. Because if you watch Buffy, if you watch coming back to Firefly, if you watch these things, they'd feel like a comedy with drama and action all mixed in. And Joss Whedon, like, he'd be a script doctor. So if you've seen the movie Speed, like, Joss Whedon got into that and like wrote all these jokes and stuff in there. And he'd often do that. But what I was going to say is, if you look at the formula of Marvel and these things which are like big budget action movies, and then they just kind of, and nowadays they're the comedies. It's like, well, that was kind of what the Mummy franchise was. That was like, you know, some of these things from that era where it'd be like a big action thing, and it's, well, 1 second, Cap. It'd be action first and foremost, but it'd be utterly filtered through with comedy. And
the difference...
1 second, Cap, sorry. So the one thing I was going to say is, but if you go back in time to where you have There's Something About Mary and Dumb and Dumber, it's not an action movie, they're just comedy movies, but you'd get things where it'd be like Beverly Hills Cop, which was action comedy, but it would be 88% comedy with some action sequence and a chase. But now it's flipped where it's overall an action film just with jokes throughout. Go on, Cap.
Okay, so the thing I'll say with The Mummy is The Mummy still had a comic relief. And it had a comical protagonist, or more say charming. If you look at Will Smith, Brendan Fraser, all that people in that era were charming protagonists who also made like some silly jokes. But they get serious when they need to. But they also had a comic relief as a character. But this thing's kind of changed as it went past on in the later 2000s, where everyone's funny. Instead of being that one charming protagonist, instead of having that one comic silly relief, where everyone became really funny. Everyone has to throw some of these lines. Everyone has to undercut every serious moment with the joke.
Yeah. Okay, I like what you've just written there. Dave said, I has nothing to say, I just felt left out not having my hand up. So the one thing I'll say on that is it is such a big thing about comedy. Now, I go on the show on the shows frequently about like Abbott and Costello. When you look at that, that is the classic formula of comedians and a comedy team. One is the funny guy, one is the straight man. The straight man reacts to what the crazy stuff that the comedy guy is doing, and the comedy guy gets into all these situations where he falls and bad things happen, and the straight man, like, you know, tells him off and stuff like that. And you need people to be in different roles. But you're completely right. Nowadays, everyone wants the jokes. Everyone wants the jokes. Nick.
What I was going to say about the Avengers movies in general, is one of the ways that I was able to convince my mother to watch the Avengers was I said, for example, Captain America: Winter Soldier is a detective
Political
movie
thriller.
with superheroes,
Spy thriller.
Yeah.
or
Manchurian Candidate
Wakanda
with
Forever is a Mission Impossible. Not Black Panther is a Mission Impossible style movie with superheroes. You know, like the superheroes were like a secondary part of the movie, which is why I think they're successful, because you can run Winter Soldier without Captain America, and it'd still be a really good movie.
Yeah.
I believe that of all the Marvel Avengers movies, I believe that of all the Avengers movies, Winter Soldier is my favorite, personally, because you can run it, because it makes sense without Captain America being Captain America. It could be, Steve Rogers and Natasha Romanoff instead of Captain America and the Black Widow.
Yeah,
And
I
it'll
agree.
still be a great movie.
Okay, Tim.
So to kind of listen to what you had to say, Dave, I think James Gunn perfected the Marvel comedy timing in the movies, but that 2008's Iron Man, before the Marvel Cinematic Universe was even sold and bought by Disney, you have Robert Downey Jr. who's showing up being the millionaire playboy who's really funny, and that adds the comedy into the script, is like this charismatic braggadocious character who I think adds the comedy there, to bring it back to an aspect of like what comedy is now and what like comedic movies are out. It's really hard to make a joke without someone taking it seriously. As the internet grows and our connection grows and our ability to share our thoughts and opinions, and sometimes that's admittedly like a deserved sort of commentary, is we're trying real hard to make good comedy that people can as many people can identify with as possible, as opposed to punching down. And I always think that starts with a fart joke.
My favorite line in
Almost everyone has gas.
My favorite line in Iron Man wasn't even in the script.
Yeah.
RDJ came up with it on the spot. The last line of the movie, "I am Iron Man," was completely ad-libbed.
I've heard that before. That's crazy in the fact that that's like it's like, imagine in the Superman film, Clark Kent goes, "Yeah, I'm Superman." It's like, well, you've just imagine if it was a play or an improv show, and you're playing Superman and this kind of thing, and 10 minutes in, it's like, "Yeah, I am Superman." It's like, great, you've completely changed what the whole rest of the series is going to be, because now that people don't have secret identities. But anyway, Dev.
Regarding the Abbott Costello straight man and funny person, like dichotomy, Marvel does that all the time as well, because every movie may have loads of funny characters, but they also contain at least one straight person.
Who's the straight man in any of the in any team?
Okay, in Guardians of the Galaxy, it's Nebula and what's her face, her sister.
Nebula. Like that isn't the definition of a straight man in the Abbott and Costello kind of sense.
Right.
Because they don't make
Sam
jokes.
Wilson and the Winter Soldier.
But Sam Wilson's got so many jokes.
Now, I would say Captain America and the Winter Soldier is one of the most seriously stakeful movies that they ever did, where they don't really hammer in so many jokes. It's one of those movies that has like a beginning joke, but as the stakes went on, the tone got really serious.
What's the function of a straight man?
But
is that for us to see?
Okay, so
do we relate to the straight man, or do we relate to the like, oh, everything's goofy?
That's
when we look
at
like the voice that you did for that.
It's not so much about which one you relate to. It's that the
No, but every Marvel movie had one of the pair.
No, I would say
it's a specific dynamic. So when you look at like the two Ronnies, when you look at Abbott and Costello, and Laurel and Hardy and stuff like this. So in Laurel and Hardy, there's like there's the big one and there's the little one, and in that one, the little one's like the idiot character, and the other one's like the straight man that will set up scenarios that the other one gets himself into, takes the pratfall on that, and then he's just like, he gives his reaction and stuff like this. You'll sympathize more generally with the fool. But like the straight man is the one that's more grounded in reality.
Yeah, for example, in Iron Man, it's Rhodey and Pepper.
No, this isn't that. This is just a different thing. That you would. It's like if you get the movie.
David specifically, I think, is talking about Tom and Jerry, Bugs Bunny, Elmer Fudd, in that sort of routine-ish. I would say.
Well, not even quite that. It's a specific thing to comedy where you get like a comedy duo and stuff like this. You don't just like, because you could get a serious movie and then say, well, everyone I'm trying to think of like a serious film. Like, what's a drama or something? I don't want to say something too.
The
Godfather.
So if The Godfather, you don't say, well, everyone in that is the straight man. It's just like, it's not. You get serious characters; they're not all the same thing. In Titanic, you don't get a straight man or a funny man. You get humorous elements, but it's just not that dynamic.
Look, you can argue that in Titanic, the straight man was Billy Zane's character.
No, again, that's just not how this dynamic works.
But if you want to argue, you can. I mean, in theory, you can argue anything.
Well, yeah, you can absolutely argue anything you want if you want to, but it's just like it's a different thing. So if you look, I suppose, at like buddy movies, like so Jackie Chan would be the straight man to Chris Tucker in Rush Hour, okay? And so Jackie Chan doesn't do all silly stuff. He'll get laughs because it's still comedy, but he'll be the straight man to the wild character who gets it, who reacts to stuff. It's that kind of dynamic. But anyway, Dave.
I would say that ultimately the greatest straight man of all times is Leslie Nielsen in Airplane.
Yeah, so playing things like deadpan, like there's even an interview with Liam Neeson for Naked Gun where he says that he had to be reminded and remind himself on set to play everything straight, right? Because that's how like the comedy of that role, the same as the Leslie Nielsen characters would, where you play everything straight. But playing something straight, it uses the same word, but it's like in improv how you'll say, oh, don't block an idea, but then a staging block is a block, and when you stand in front of someone, you block them. And it's the same word, but it's three different meanings within the same context. Playing it straight and a straight man are connected, but it's not still quite the same thing. But Dave, you had your hand up, or was that still...
No, I did have something to say. In that...
Now you had something to say.
Yeah. So what I was going to say was, like, we were like the buddy thing, but in what made the Avengers thing work, like with Cap getting a reference that Thor didn't get, that's where the humor comes from. In that these are at the end of it, these are human characters, so they're going to have what makes them laugh is those different personalities. Like Thor's personality is going to clash with Iron Man's personality. Two arrogant people, like butting heads with each other, but in a fun way. But it's humanizing the characters and it's their human reactions to things that makes it funny. So when Black Widow in Winter Soldier, when Black Widow and Captain America are still on the rooftop, they're having an argument. Oh, what about that woman from accounting? They're still bouncing off a conversation that they've probably been having off screen, like that we haven't seen. You know, it's them having those moments of levity in moments of seriousness. But having like in most of these Marvel films, too much comedy being rammed down our throats. It's like, okay, well, we're trying to enjoy the film here. If something like using your buddy system in Deadpool and Wolverine, it worked because Wolverine is a serious character and Deadpool's the levity. He's always the levity, but he does have that moment of seriousness. But Wolverine is the straight man to Deadpool.
I think also usually the goofy guy is always the heart of the whole thing. Was always in Deadpool and Wolverine, like Deadpool was the heart. But what I would say to Marvel is that when the Avengers did it, they were the first people who started doing it. And it was fine. We haven't seen that before. We was like charmed by it, and most of the characters were in fact likable and charming. What happened was they looked at that and went, "We need to do that for everything," and everybody started copying that.
Yeah.
And instead of doing, even look at like the Avengers, right? There's still way too a lot of conversation. Like Captain America having the argument with Tony Stark. There's a lot of serious moments in it, like the first Avengers, the second Avengers. It didn't get underhanded by a joke. That's where Dave is right. When James Gunn came in, he would start cramming every serious moment. Next joke, next joke. Like he didn't even give us a time to breathe, where we realized, oh, we need to feel bad about this moment. We need to marinate it on a little bit more. James Gunn started overdoing that, but then other people parodied it. See, this is what happens to comedy series in general. They have characters that start off with like their own charm and their own quirks. At the end of the series, their quirk becomes their entire character. Joey didn't used to be like this dumb idiot the whole series. He started out as a fairly normal guy who does make mistakes and now and then. But at the end of the day, he's like, Joey doesn't share. He's like, he became a parody version of himself. This is what happens.
Friends, they all did, though, to a degree. You think they did it with the only one who of the male characters, Chandler, kind of was already. Again, he was the comic, right? And he kind of remained in that realms. But Joey, absolutely. But even Ross, Red Ross, and all this other stuff, it's like everyone wanted to be the funny one.
Pivot!
Yeah. Pivot! Oh, I love that. Yeah, Dev.
In fiction, there's actually a name for that. It's called Flanderization, where one quirk of the character overtakes its own personality, overtakes the whole personality.
Ah, okay. Can you give any examples?
Lisa Simpson, where the self-righteousness got turned up to 11.
Oh my god, it's so good. You're right.
As the series went on.
Yeah. Isn't the Flander effect comes from a character from The Simpsons, Dev? Like Flander or some character?
Flanders, yeah.
So did that term come from Ned Flanders?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how did it apply to Ned Flanders? That he just became Hidely Ho?
Initially, his character was the moral compass of like religion and stuff, and it's like, and then they leaned too much into religion, where he tried to like shove religion into every decision he made, and like his character became he's religious.
Yeah. No, do you know, I completely agree though with Lisa Simpson. Like, the more it went on, sort of like, she became like, oh, she's not that fun. She kind of became a spoil sport for a lot of the other characters.
Can I say one thing about The Simpsons, though?
Go for it, Nick.
I've had issues with The Simpsons ever since season 16, episode 10, when they decided that Skinner was not Skinner, he was Armin.
Oh, they retconned that.
Yes.
They did retcon it afterwards.
How did they retcon that?
Okay, so they had a future episode where they went back and it was like they said like, oh, remember that time that the actual series, like that never happened, like that was a dream.
Yeah.
They made fun of it.
Yeah,
that's so stupid. Like
that wasn't season 16. That was a lot earlier than that, wasn't it?
No, that was season 16.
No, it wasn't. That can't be season 16. It was 10 sounds more right to me.
No, season 16, episode 10.
Season 9, episode 2.
There you go. I knew it was early. It was
9 too?
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 2.
There was just a weird point in The Simpsons where the humour changed, Homer's voice changed, and the animation slightly changed, all within about a year.
That was season 11-ish. I feel that the voice change for Homer was actually a good thing.
Oh, no. Okay, so, like, again, everyone's got their opinion, right? When you look back at the Tracy Ullman shorts and, like, season 1 and season 2, and he's really low like this, but then he becomes a lot higher, and then it just changes again, where he's like, all the time. And it's like, there is like, the sweet spot between, like, season 3 and season 7 or 8, and then it dips.
If you think that's bad,
please,
if you look up the recent season, Marge,
Yeah,
she can't do the voice anymore.
I know.
Like it will kill her.
I tell you what, though, the saddest thing, because I haven't seen a lot of new Simpsons in a few years. When I did watch one, and Mr. Burns, he genuinely sounds old now,
Who?
and it felt like, oh, this isn't putting on an old man voice. This sounds like an old man voice imitating an old man voice, and it didn't have the energy in it in the same way, and it's just like, time is a weird thing to me, like, because I think until you actually get slightly older, right, I don't think you can actually appreciate, wow, that was 25 years ago, and how these things actually feel like, oh, and that's changed. It's like this last couple of weeks, like Ozzy Osbourne died, Hulk Hogan died. I'm like, this is like everyone I watched growing up. It's like, you know, they still seem relevant to me. How can people, like, how can we happen?
Because we're getting older, David. That's what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, look, losing Malcolm Jamal Warner sucks.
Is that from the Cosby Show?
Yeah.
Yeah, the son.
Yeah.
We lost the wrong person for the Cosby Show. Because
I kind of felt about that instead of people. I kind of felt about that with culture, specifically like pop culture in general. I kind of felt like, oh, the bit of the 90s and the early 2000s things like completely gone. When it comes to like Disney animation, like Nick even said about Elio and things like that, where the things look really not how it used to be. Like the idea of coolness of what I had is not what it's like being trendy or anything like that. And it does bring you back. But then I go and watch Japanese stuff where they kind of carried off from whatever Disney and the other sort of animation, 2D animation style left off. Whatever fantasy genre, superhero genre, action-packed genre, comedy genre, they just carried on, and I felt, my childhood isn't dead. It just transferred to a different country.
Yeah. Do you know, it's a weird thing. Like, even like, okay, so Cap, I'm just going to mention this. I'm going to bring it up at the same time. Like, the shirt you're wearing, it is like you're in like fake Leon S. Kennedy cosplay here. You know that, right? Like the blue, the dark across here.
Yeah.
It is just like, it has that whole vibe, doesn't it?
It is
should say
uncanny at
RPD
this
on that.
point.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I have a Leon costume and I didn't know it.
Okay, so just very quickly mentioning Resident Evil, because I was thinking about this recently, right? Is that I'm like, oh, they should bring back the character Rebecca. She was only in Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 0. And I'm
Was
just
she
like,
in one?
yeah, she was the side character for Chris in Resident Evil 1. I know she was in some anime, and that was a shame.
Sorry to interrupt. I haven't done Chris's story, so I didn't know that.
So anyway, right, so then she was in 0, and it's like, her story just never continued after the first game, until there's some CGI movie, I know that exists, right? But here's the thing, when I was thinking about, well, at one point, they could follow this up, I was like, that was 25 years ago. No one that originally made this game still is even thinking about tying this thread together. It's just been inherited by the next people. No one cares anymore about my thinking whatever happened to this character. But God, Dev.
Like, have you guys seen Welcome to Raccoon City?
Have seen Welcome to Raccoon City, yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Leon basically looks like Cap.
I know. I know. And Cap was like, I hate this guy that played him. I was like, but like this, you should be so pleased because now he is your casting.
Well, we said this story before. David said that guy is this guy apparently. So this guy.
How have you got that ready?
Yeah.
Cap is always ready. I've noticed this thing with Cap. Whenever we mention anything Leon fucking S. Kennedy, he's ready on the buttons. He's got his hand poised in position.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, so when David spoke it, I didn't really realize it. But then later on, when I had the hair and I did the picture on my Facebook, one of my friends literally did. So this guy used to be a sitcom star. Or where was it, a sitcom?
Victorious. He was Victorious.
Yeah. And then my friend memed me with this image, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's Leon!"
He also looks like Sholo Mandrigueña from Cobra Kai.
He looks like a Disney Channel reject.
He's all of these things.
Hi, welcome to Disney Channel.
He was a Nickelodeon.
He's the Nickelodeon guy.
My point exactly, Dev. But yeah, on that front, actually, I have been playing. My Let's Play came out for Resident Evil 0 as well, and I'm already getting comments from Cap. Me and Cap seem to have this ongoing battle on our channels where we comment on each other's videos. Hey, where's Leon?
Okay, look. So this shows it. This shows it better. If you go to the PS1 Leon S. Kennedy, it's just what Cap is wearing right now. It just says it's like New York, I guess, instead of RPD. But,
we're gonna find out at some point that Cap was the player model for inspiration for Leon.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
Well, although you know what I heard recently?
Was Cap alive when Resident Evil came out?
No.
No.
But David, have you heard that the original cast, the live action cast for the live action opening, have reunited and making a short movie together?
Yes, I have. That's very exciting. Like they've done a few things. There's like a YouTube channel I think called The Residents of Evil or something like this, and it's been a mystery. When you play Resident Evil 1, the end credits just came up with like, and it'd say Chris, Jill, and then it would just have like a single name. And for 20 years, people were like, well, who were these actors? Because it was live action. Who played them? And it's taken them until about a year and a half ago to actually track all of them down. And bit by bit, when they found them, lots of the actors didn't know they were in Resident Evil, the video game, because it was like making a short film in the woods for like 2 days in Japan. And they were like, well, how is this being used? Some of them spoke Japanese. The guy who plays Chris spoke Japanese. The others didn't. So they didn't know for 20 years that they were in Resident Evil. And now when they found them, they're like, oh, we need to... And did we see that thing? I can't remember if we watched it on the show or we just found it, where these guys did an interview with the guy that created Resident Evil, Shinji Mikami. And they were like, we want to show you this. And they had to do an interview about something else, but they were like, we want to show you this. And they'd got like all of the original cast to give a message to Mikami. And when Mikami saw it, he just went, Charlie? And he recognized him straight away. And it was like some weird reunion between them, even though it wasn't like a live call sort of thing. But it was very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Because beforehand, before they did that, they did a similar thing with Team Fortress. All the voice actors for Team Fortress got together and did reunion skits together on YouTube as their characters.
Oh, wow.
The characters in Team Fortress, the voice actors, did skits on YouTube as their characters.
That's cool.
Hey, I gotta bounce.
Okay,
wait,
Nick, we're going to have to wrap this in a second anyway. So, Nick, it's been a pleasure, right? Because we are slightly over for when stream's meant to be on. The only thing I'll say about this, and we might have said this on the show before, but like, did we Dev, you may have even been the one to say this, that the original Johnny Cage did a promo for a different video game and then got fired over it. Did people know the story? Yeah. So you need to be careful about using your character for outside projects. So anyway, guys, let's wrap this up just because I'm late for starting Extreme Improv. Cap, where can the people find you? What's your geeky recommendation?
You can find me on Sorties where I sing and dance, I throw myself in a bucket, and I work with puppets. And since I've been watching a lot of anime lately, I did a gloomy video. I do have one joke in the end, but it's basically a gloomy video. It's good to have some gloomy stuff as you laugh as well. My recommendation, watch Bongo Stray Dogs.
I just started that.
Yeah. So with that one, I would say it's basically like superheroes, but what if superheroes were in the mafia and there's like a noir story along with it? It's amazing. It's really well done. I'm on season 3. You'll enjoy
Bongo Stray Dogs.
Okay, cool. Dave?
You can find me on my YouTube channel and my Twitch, Dave MC Gaming, where I do Let's Plays and live streams of various games. I have some new stuff coming as well. Check out my Resident Evil 0 Let's Play and watch me get increasingly angry at the game. And also, my recommendation, go watch the film, which is kind of the first Jaws ripoff. It's a film called Orca. Go and check that out. It's a really good film. I watched it today. It's really good. Go check it out.
Awesome. Dev?
You can find me on TikTok and Twitch under the name FWDAT, and my geeking recommendation is. My geeking recommendation is.
File not found. Go on.
So
I've mental blocked him with my joke.
Heads of State with John Cena as the President of the United States and Idris Elba as the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom.
They would fix the world, I'm sure. Tim.
Now you can find me on Instagram or Facebook, but I don't normally have too much of a digital presence right now. I'm taking a break from improv. I honestly think what I would recommend is a quick book that's called "Woohoo, You're Doing Great." Take a moment to read a good book that just tells you, how great you're doing, because sometimes that's the message we need.
Awesome, love it.
You said me before I made my gloomy video.
Right, my name is David Pstansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at David Pstansky. Guys, follow everything Geek Battle related. Get Geek Battle merch, and my geeky recommendation is just go see Fantastic Four, because apparently it's starting to bomb hard at the box office. Which
Oh no!
I know.
Anyway,
and it was good. So, with that, until next time, stay safe, always stay extreme, live long and prosper. May the force be with you. Nanu, nanu.